joining us in singing the various military theme songs. If you are a veteran, a family member, or are now serving in the military, please stand or raise your hand when the song for your branch of service is called, so that we can honor and thank you for your service. Army.
He has a real heart for the veterans and for those who are serving, and he has something to say to you.
Thank you all for coming. Thank you, Noreen. When Noreen asked me to talk tonight, I said to myself, well, I've been up here a couple times before. What am I going to say tonight? And I thought about it. Noreen said, well, why don't you just tell them why you feel so strongly about the veterans? I said, well, yeah, I can do that. And then Linda said, well, you know, people in unity, they really go for gratitude. Maybe you ought to talk about gratitude. I said, well, yeah, I go for that too. And then I thought, well, you know, freedom isn't free. And I can say a little bit about that too. And then all of a sudden, Noreen said, I'm going to get sick. And I'm not going to have this on July 4th. We're going to have it a little bit later. And she asked me, any ideas when we might have it? And I said, well, you know, September 2nd happens to be the 72nd anniversary of the end of World War II. Tomorrow. I said, you know, to myself, we probably ought to tie that in somehow And the thought occurred to me, why don't we see if we can get some World War II vets here? So I've got a couple World War II vets, and I suspect there's at least one, maybe a couple others as well. I'd like to introduce you to them. First is Pete Ogberg. Will you stand, Pete? Pete Ogberg was in the Navy Combat Engineers, and he landed a bunch of UDT guys, Underwater Demolition Team guys. They ultimately became the SEALs, I think, on the Normandy beaches prior to the invasion, the big invasion. So Pete was there a little bit before everybody else. He tells me that he was a construction guy, and after he landed all the people, or the UDT guys, then he ferried troops and supplies back and forth to the beaches. Then they really didn't know what to do with them, so they sent him over to England, where they taught him how to administer morphine and sulfa. So all of a sudden he became a medic, and back he goes. So that was Pete. Pete, thank you. Another gentleman that I've known for quite a while, Art Peterson. Art was in the 101st Airborne, and he parachuted behind enemy lines in the early morning hours of D-Day. So we have two D-Day veterans with us tonight. Following his exploits on D-Day and subsequent fighting, he also fought in the Battle of the Bulge. And Art tells me that there's a tree planted in Belgium with his name on it in honor of him. We have another gentleman here who I'm told is also from World War II. I don't know his name, but would you please stand, sir? And do we have anybody else from World War II? Any other World War II veterans?
I just want to personally thank you. I lived over there during World War II in Nazi Germany, and I want to thank you veterans for liberating us from the Nazi scourge. Thank you.
In my opinion, and also in President Bill Clinton's opinion, people in World War II saved the world. They really did. We would be living in a dramatically different world had we not won that war. Dramatically different. So I say to each and every World War II veteran, thank you from the bottom of my heart. From a very personal point of view, I have a lot of gratitude for the military in general. I spent some time in the Marine Corps, as some of you probably know. The reason I went to the Marine Corps is because it was peer pressure to some extent, but I was on my way of flunking out of college. And so I decided to join the Marine Corps, and in fact, I was on academic probation when I joined the Marine Corps. I joined the Marine Corps, spent some time there, got married, had a son, got ready to enter civilian life, and I called the college and I said, any chance you guys would take me back, even though I'm on academic probation? We would love to have you. We would love to have you. So I went back to college, I went from academic probation to the dean's list in one semester, stayed on the dean's list for the next 3 years, graduated with an honors degree in mathematics. And on second, I say thank you, United States Dream. Okay. And a little bit about freedom is not free. It really isn't. We have had, including World War II and up to now, a lot of conflicts that our military has been involved in. Some people may say, well, you know, we've had Iraq, Afghanistan, maybe one or two others. The fact is, we've had over 30 conflicts. Period. We have lost 500,000 people, KIAs. We also have about 1.5 million wounded. So our freedom is expensive. It costs a lot of lives. So I thank all the veterans, all the current military people as well. As Churchill, to paraphrase what he said, how does it go here? It says, never has so much been owed to so few by so many. And that's very, very true. We seem, as Maureen has said earlier, we seem to be a little bit divided now, a little bit baloney, a lot divided in the country. We seem to have lost our patriotism for whatever reason. During World War II, the percentage of people in the military was somewhere between 10 and 12%. The percentage of people now in the military is less than 1%. So the less than 1% that are in the military today are protecting you and us for our freedoms. And we have with us tonight an active duty Marine. He's one of the less than 1% that's protecting you. I'd like to introduce Staff Sergeant Chris Schenck. He happens to be my grandson. One of the things I didn't mention earlier was the part of why I feel so strongly about the military is that I am kind of from a military family. My grandfather, whose picture is over there, he fought in the Spanish-American War. My father tried to enlist during World War II, but they wouldn't let him in because he had what they call one of these important jobs, if you will. He was a pharmacist, and his profession was required at home. I have his grandson, obviously in the Marine Corps. My first wife was a Navy nurse during Korea. I have a son who is a retired San Jose policeman. I have a brother-in-law, since passed away, who is a pilot, a Marine Corps pilot in World War II. Some of you may have heard of Pappy Boynton's Black Sheep Squadron. He was a pilot in the Black Sheep Squadron. And guess what? That Black Sheep Squadron was stationed out here at Marine Corps Air Station Santa Barbara. Did you know that there was a Marine Corps Air Station here in Santa Barbara? It's where the present airport is. And he was stationed. So, I guess the bottom line is, I would say, when you see a veteran, say thank you. When you see a current military person, say thank you. I'd like to say spend just a second or two to tell you what Chris does. Chris is in the Marine Embassy Security Guard, and he's in a very special unit. I gotta make sure I get this right, because he told me, he said, you gotta get this right. He is a detachment commander in the United States Marine Corps Embassy Security Guard Security Augmentation Unit. How about that? Security Augmentation Unit. That is a special unit that was created as a result of the Benghazi attacks. And what they do is they do pre- and post-crisis deployment. They go around the world, various places, for various periods of time. If they think there might be a crisis, or if there has been a crisis, they go there. Chris has been in that assignment now for a little over a year. Is that right, Chris? 2 years. In 2 years, he has been to 15 countries in that kind of capacity. Quite a job, quite a job. There is presently a detachment deployed somewhere in Africa, probably best not to tell you where, because of elections going on there. So this is a pre-crisis deployment, the idea being people around there, if the terrorists around there, they see guys like Chris there, they're going to say, maybe we shouldn't screw around with this. Let's go away someplace else. So that's the kind of stuff that it does. So in conclusion, I know you want to get out of here, it's hot, so let's cut it short. When you do see an active duty person, when you do see a veteran, say thank you. It means a lot to them. I know sometimes I wear a Marine hat, and people come up and say, were you in the Marine Corps? I say, yes, ma'am. Thank you for your service. It means a lot to all of us veterans. And tonight, I want to say thank you again to all our World War II veterans. You guys saved the world. Thank you ever so much. God bless you all. God bless America. God bless our present military. Thank you.